afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to 5-Star Streaming on YouTube. Game 3 of 3 on the day here for day 1 of the State Softball Championships. The quarterfinals round, of course. The first game of the day was Freeman Mary and Freeman Academy taking on the number 1 seeded Castlewood Warriors. Castlewood with a kind of last-second comeback against the Phoenix to save the day in the 6th, and they held on in the 7th to pull off the 1/8 victory, as they should have. Next game, a little bit of drama. The Hanson Beaverettes taking on the underseeded Avon Pirates, and Avon led the whole game up 7-0 at one point. Turned into a 10-5 game going into the bottom of the 7th, and the Hanson Beaverettes, what a comeback to win it right at the buzzer with 2 outs on the board. The tag was at the plate, just not in time, and Hanson pulled it off as the higher seed gets the win. Now for the final game of the day, the number 3 Florence Henry Falcons taking on the number 6 Gayville-Volin Raiders. We're all here to watch the Gayville-Volin Raiders, of course, last year's runner-ups, taking on Florence Henry Falcons. Going into this matchup, the Gayville-Volin Raiders on a 2-game win streak after beating Chester in the SODAC 16 9-1. Chester's a team they lost to earlier in the season, but they were able to get that loss back over the Flyers when it mattered. Florence Henry in the SODAC 16 took on Clark Willow Lake. They actually took on the Cyclones 3 times in a row, that third time being in the SODAC 16, where they beat them 4-1 to advance to the state tournament. We're still a few moments from game time. Both teams are lined up for their starting lineups. We're just kind of awaiting the go-ahead signal. Zach, I'm Gage Revlette alongside Zach Spear. I probably should say that. And, you know, it's been a lot of good baseball today. I've been doing all the Class B teams. You've been doing all the Class A teams. So between Beersford and Elk Point and Jefferson, you see anything good?
Yeah, so we've actually had a couple of really good games, close games. In the first one, it was the 8-seeded Elk Point Jefferson Huskies taking on the number 1 seed in the Madison Lady Bulldogs, and the 8 seed pulling off the upset there, the final score being 3-1. And then another close game right after as I booked it to the field across, about 10 minutes first pitch after the end of the one I just got done with, and the Beersford Watchdogs taking on the West Central Trojans, and a very close one. It was scoreless through 5.5 innings. We got our first run scored in the bottom half of the 6th inning, where the Trojans put up the 2, and those were the only 2 runs that were scored all game. So I haven't seen many runs come across, but I've had some good ball games. Lots of really great defensive efforts from these teams so far, and this will be the first Class B team that I get to sit and watch from start to finish here. I got to catch a little bit of that end of that Avon game, which was madness.
Well, you know, I think I can recall the exact moment where they scored that 2 runs, because all I could hear behind me is the crowd go nuts.
Yep.
And I'm watching the Avon game thinking, what is going on? And I looked at the computer. I couldn't look at the viewers, I guess, but I said to the viewers, somebody go check on what's going on in the Class A game, because there's madness. Go check out Zach Spear on 5-Star Streaming. So hopefully you got a little bump in viewers there. But or hopefully they stayed on my stream, bump those numbers up. But this should be a good one. The Raiders, you know, as I mentioned, last year's runner-up, they lost to Dual. Dual got bounced by Freeman Mary and Freeman Academy, as they had a little Cinderella run. Should have beat Castlewood, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a little biased, but they had it all but pulled off right until the end. So they'll play for the 5th and 6th game later tomorrow. But I need to stop talking about that game and focus on this one. The Raiders, last year runner-ups, they're not as high of a seed as they were last year. I feel like they're almost underseeded. I feel like they're a lot better of a team than their record shows. They have a few bad losses. They look really good in 90% of their games, but there's just a few games where it looks like a whole different team. They're really good with the bats, but they go against a good pitcher, and it's all over. I don't know, what the issue is. It's a good pitcher, so of course you're not going to hit as well. But I do have some stats to run over. You have 3 girls batting above 500. That's Jolie Western batting 335. Maya Aiken 511. Kendra Beck exactly on that 500 dot. Kendra Beck has 4 home runs. Maya Aiken has 5. Jolie Westrom has 7. All of those girls have 24 RBIs or more. This is a good hitting team. If they can get the bats going in that first or second inning a lot sooner than they normally do in games, I mean, they should roll past this Florence Henry Falcons team.
And just looking at the Gayville-Volin squad, they might not have that pitcher that's just going to blow it by you every single time with, 15 strikeouts at the end of the game. Really, where their strength is in the team, in the numbers. And as you mentioned, those hitters who hit so well. We didn't even mention Paisley Dimmer. She bats a near 400. But at the same time, 5 home runs. She's got 25 RBIs on the season. That's tied for second on the season with Maya Aiken. And, of course, Beck with a whopping 33 RBIs. So, as you mentioned, I think the bats of Gayville-Volin, if they get rolling, they're going to be awfully hard to beat.
We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll go to the starting lineups and get underway for finally the first pitch of this one as we're running a little behind schedule. We'll be back in a moment. 5-star streaming on YouTube.
I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westie's Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westie's Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westie's Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports.
This season, swing for the fences with Petrick Hog Farms, proud supporters of the Gayville-Volin girls softball team. At Petrick Farms, they know that teamwork, dedication, and a whole lot of heart are what make champions on the field and on the farm. Committed to raising quality pork and growing strong communities one game at a time. So whether you're stealing second base, sliding into home, or grilling after the game, make it Petrick Hog Farms, a proud supporter of Gayville-Volin academics and sports. Ready to lock and load with the best in the business? Welcome to Raider Firearms, your ultimate destination for all things with firepower. Whether you're a seasoned hunter, a tactical enthusiast, or just looking to own your first firearm, Raider Firearms has you covered. Visit them today at Raider Firearms, where safety, quality, and customer service satisfaction are their top priority. Proud to sponsor the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all endeavors of academics and sports. Raider Firearms in Gayville, where gun safety comes first.
Before or after the game, stop at the Haitian for the best burger, sandwiches, wraps, and appetizers in the area. Don't forget about the daily lunch specials. Like them on Facebook for more details and for more information on upcoming events. The Haitian is a proud sponsor of the Gayville-Volin academic and sports programs. Wishing the Raiders good luck on tonight's game. The Haitian and Gayville, good friends, good food, and good times. Go Raiders!
Back and ready to get underway. It's going to be the Falcons who take the field first, so we'll run through the Gayville-Volin starting lineup. On the screen now, we're going to start with the pitcher, Jolie Westrom. You know, she's on the mound. She's arguably the best batter on the team. I said she had 7 home runs earlier in the season. I'm pretty sure 3 or 4 of them are just inside the park. She's just faster than throw every single time.
The good old Little League home run.
Good old Little League home run. But, you know, you can't diss it if it works. It works really good. Jolie Westrom, incredible bat. Her OBS, 1.1. You know, I don't know a lot about baseball, but I do know that's a good number to have. Alongside her, Paisley Dimmer, Maya Aiken, Kendra Beck. You know, that first 4 spot is just some of the best batters in the state. They have struggled at times, but 95% of games you watch them play, they're going to be the best 4 batters in the game. Round up the lineup, you have Haley Adams at first base, Eliza West from left field, Kaden Bai behind the plate, Miley Hansen in right field, and Mackenzie Logan as a designated player. The only one not in this lineup is going to be Olivia Brown. She's not batting, but she will play second base on the field.
And Gage, as you kind of mentioned, now you felt like Gayville-Volin above maybe what a 6 seed should be. You know, now it's kind of time to prove that. We'll see if they're up to the challenge, taking on the number 3 seed here in the Falcons.
Jolie Westrom up to bat, as mentioned, crack the bat out to center field. It's not going to get down, but man, still a good hit, just unfortunate spot.
Usually if the first pitch is sent out to center field, it can definitely be a good sign. Now, if you're Gayville-Volin, you'd love that one to drop, but making contact on your first pitch you've seen of the game, definitely a good opportunity here.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Paisley Dimmer. That's kind of almost seemed like she's been in a slump as of late. I mean, she's still batting almost 400, but almost feels like she should be batting a lot more than that.
And like we mentioned, when she does hit the ball, she hits the ball hard. And sometimes, your heavy hitters don't always have quite as good of a batting average as some other hitters, but the RBIs and home runs speak for themselves.
Outside for ball 2. Dimmer ahead in the count 2-1. On the mound for the Falcons is going to be Elizabeth Ryder. As we'll round out their lineup in the bottom of the first. In the meantime, Dimmer has a count even, 2 apiece. That one popped up over the cage and behind us. Dimmer will stay alive. Zach, every time a pop fly goes over the cage, I still duck and weave. I mean, we're under a little tent. The cage is not going to let us get hit by the ball, but every single time, I duck.
Well, I tell you, sometimes they do sneak through right where we're at, so.
That's true. Normally they have a little camera on the fence for the SDPB stream, and I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't been hit yet. It seems like every camera they put on the fence is a magnet. Full count for Paisley Dimmer. It's going to get down, a little blooper. Almost touches the second base bag, and Paisley Dimmer, first hit of the game.
And an infield single, I mean, any way on, doesn't matter how you got on, and just the wheels to leg that one out.
Brings up the shortstop, number 14, Maya Aiken.
Now the 3-hole hitter, Maya Aiken. I said she bats .511 on the year. OBS of 1.6, 4 home runs, 25 RBIs. This is exactly who you want up to bat to try it, drive home a run here in the top of the first. Send a message. That one's popped up down the third base line. It's going to get down. Number 10, Aubrey Schmidt, with the catch in the second out of the inning.
And could you tell after that first swing, Maya Aiken was excited to have another at-bat here in the state tournament?
Yeah, this team is out for revenge, it almost feels like. Ever so close to being Dual. Dual had a really good pitcher this year. They're without her now. It's wide open for the Raiders. Take it away. Kendra Beck now at the plate. Will pop that one up out to second base. Emma Caulfield with the grab. So a couple of pop flies and 1 hit for the Raiders as they go down. 4 batters, 3 outs. We'll step aside and be back in a moment.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders and all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue. Wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Farmers know safety is more than a precaution, it's a way of life. Farm equipment today is bigger than ever, and the increased height could lead to more contacts with power lines. Your response could mean life or death. Do you know how to stay alive? Find out at poweringyoursafety.com. Know what to do, know where to call, know how to stay alive. Be aware of what is overhead and learn what to do if you hit a power line at poweringyoursafety.com. Brought to you by Clay Union Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Back for the bottom of the first. The Raiders weren't able to score. They did pick up 1 hit and no runs. 1 runner left on base. So now we get to the bottom of the first. The starting lineup for
leading off for the
Florence
Falcons,
Henry
the
Falcons.
Number
Catcher number 2, Ashlyn Vavruska, will lead things off at the plate as you take a look at it there. A lot of Vavruskas, a lot of Caulfields. A lot of sisters and cousins on this team is what it seems like.
Yeah, a softball family, it sure seems like with the Vavruskas. I used to play with my brother, but there was only 2 of us on a team usually at a time.
Count will land 1-1. Started out for Ashlyn Vavruska. I was kind of hoping I could avoid first names, but I don't think I have a choice in this one. That one popped up out to left field. Eliza Westrom tracking it. Makes a grab for a F7.
Brings up the pitcher, number 15,
Scorebook.
Elizabeth.
And you know, a lot of balls have already been put into play here to open this game, so that's probably a sign of what is to come. Usually that first time through the lineup is trying to figure out the pitcher, time them up, and if on your first time through you're making decent contact, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of base hits to come here.
Now number 15, Elizabeth Ryder. On the mound for the Falcons normally, this time at the bat, and another pop-up right back to the mound. And neither pitcher walked away with a hit. That's something we normally expect, but I don't think that's going to be the case in this game. Second Babuska of 3, Kaylee Babuska, center fielder. Hits in the 3-hole. Falcons still looking for their first hit. That one up and above the cage for strike 1. Slower pitch there, maybe a little off speed from Westrom. Just didn't nab the bottom corner of the zone like she was kind of hoping. Another one popped up. That will be strike 2, so the count stands even 2 apiece.
And as you mentioned, kind of not missing by much on that inside pitch. That's a good miss as a pitcher. That is definitely a thing. You know, sometimes you'll get it called, sometimes not. And if they swing, it's a hard one to get.
And same spot, this one will be a foul ball. It looked like it was going to stay fair over the base, but eventually ruled foul. You know, like you said, Zach, sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the batter swings at that because that looked the exact same spot.
And that's when you got 2 strikes on. You got to protect the plate. Even if you don't love it, foul it off, fight for another one.
In the middle of the zone, a swing and a miss. Jolie Westrom picks up her first strikeout of the game, and that will be out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Falcons. The Raiders keep things square. We'll be back in a moment.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Now on top of the second, the Raiders, 1 hit so far in this one. Haley Adams plays first base in the field, will now lead things off. Her team has 1 hit out of 4 tries. Adams batting .305 on the season.
Number 8, Haley Adams.
17 RBIs. Had a couple of big plays down the stretch in the season. Ground that one out to Caulfield at second.
Base hit in the right.
A little error in the field. She'll reach first off of that error.
Eliza Westrom.
And as you notice, she kind of stabbed at the ball with her glove rather than going under, whereas the worst that's going to happen is it might bounce off and up into your body. That's why you always make sure to get in front of it, put the glove down rather than holding your hand with your palm facing up, or with your palm facing down.
Liza Westrom, a .353 batter on the season, OBS of over 1. Single home run and 15 RBIs. First pitch goes for a ball. Oh, and sounded almost maybe a little foul tip. Doesn't matter as it was in the zone. You know, and head coach Jason Selshert of the Raiders really likes to play the base pass pretty aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised if we see even Adams try to steal in the next couple of pitches.
And, you know, you usually do call the Gayville-Volin games. I've had the pleasure of doing a few of them, and that's absolutely, if I had to say his coaching style, aggressive on the bases.
That one popped up. It's going to reach the outfield and get down. Haley Adams a little late to start running. So that will be the first out of the inning as Adams is tagged.
Base hit to right, lead runner is
And that's a
called out.
situation you got to be almost halfway to second. That way, if they catch it, you're still not too far. You haven't fully committed, but that's a tough one to try and run out when the ball's not too far from second base.
Yeah, just over the head of Caulfield at second. Wasn't able to make the grab, but it doesn't matter. You're getting out regardless. Caden by, catcher for the Raiders. Watch that first pitch go by for strike one. By bats. 372 on the year. So that one just fouled off. That pitch in the dirt will be the first ball. Eliza Westrom hits caught stealing for out 2.
Base runner is called out on the stolen base attempt.
And I gotta give props, man. As a former catcher, that was my position. What a throw by Ashlyn Vavruska of the Falcons. That was on the money. You hardly had to move the glove to tag. Just an excellent throw down from catch.
You know, we talked about Selshire being aggressive on the base pass. You just seen it right there. Probably not the best time to steal. He had faith in Westrom to get there. Just an even better throw. That pitch in the dirt will even things up at 2 apiece.
And to kind of elaborate on that as well, you know, that pitch was in the dirt. You know, usually you're going to make second off that, but just an unfortunate situation for the Raiders there. And you know, that aggressive base running has helped them, I would say, more often than it has been a negative for them. So I don't mind the call to try and take second there.
Yeah, you won't see too many stolen or caught stealing in the score book, but it's hard to stay perfect throughout the whole season. Now the umps are going to talk this over. The count should be square 2 apiece. Big board out in left field. Looks like it got reset. Umps had to talk it over. We should be back into action. So no runners on, 2 outs, 2-2 is the count. That pitch high as it moves to full. Fouled off, so By will stay alive. He had one go-ahead pitch. We'll look for another. 3-2. Swung on, hit out. Play is not made by Elena Caulfield at short. So a big base hit from Caden By.
Base hit rolls into left field.
And that is about as good of an at-bat as you can get, Gage. Your 7-hitter. She's batted almost 400 out of the 7 spot, but you fight off. As I said, you know, when you're protected with those 2 strikes, you fight off till you get one you like. She found one that she liked. I mean, that was a picture-perfect at-bat there from By.
Looks like they're going to have a pinch runner for Caden By. You know, I talked to you pregame that I thought they were going to have it. The jersey says number 3. I know it's not number 3 because number 3 is Eliza Westrom.
I believe it's 31. I think
31.
it's Avery Webben.
Yes, you have a better look at it than me on the left side of you. Yes, it is 31. Avery Webben as a pinch runner for Caden By. Now up to the plate is number 4, Miley Hansen, as she eats the first pitch for strike 1. Hansen bats .333 on the year. 11 RBIs. That pitch popped up, and she's down 0-2 in the count.
Pitcher's count here for Ryder.
High above the zone. You know, maybe a pitch that she was trying to get Hansen to chase, but can't leave it that high.
Yeah, you know, that's the time to try something. 0-2, if you miss, you miss. It's a 1-2, you still got the advantage. We'll see what she has on this one.
Hansen's going to have to protect the plate. Was right on the ball, just a little late for the first K for Ryder. That will end the inning. So 2 hits, an error, and a strikeout so far in the top of the second. We'll step aside and be back in a moment.
Hi, this is Brandy from Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse. You hear the whistle blowing down the tracks. You see the sun setting over the Jim River, and you know that you're getting close. For over 35 years, Fleek's Riverside Roadhouse has been the place folks gather for ice-cold drinks, hand-cut prime and steaks, stacked high burgers, and stories that last longer than the train rolling through town. Fleek's Riverside Roadhouse, right by the railroad tracks, right along the river, and right where you belong.
Bottom of the second, Falcons 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first, still looking for their first hit. Put a couple bats on balls, they just haven't been able to find the alleys or the gaps in the defense. You know, this whole Raiders team is built around, 9 really athletic girls. They're able to distract the ball in the outfield. All 3 of them in the outfield has a huge range on them pop flies. They're going to have to, the Falcons are going to have to look at some line drives that are going to hit the dirt early.
And kind of talking about that, the core group of Gayville-Volin has been really the same for the last few years, and so many of them have years of experience, and there's still only 2 seniors on the team.
Yeah, it's almost shocking how many years, we've watched this core group of girls play, and there's still 2 or 3 years of this same core. Off-speed pitch is popped up. Haley Adams has it from first base. First out of the inning for Taylor Babruska.
Pop out to the first baseman.
And I love the communication from Adams. Not only did she vocalize it when she felt the presence of her teammate cutting next to her, she put out her hands and said, nope, I got this one, no problem. I've already seen a few collisions out here on the field so far today. Good to see one played right here.
A little collision avoidance is the name of the game here for that one. Now with the bat is going to be number 10, Aubrey Schmidt. I believe she plays third base in the field. Up the count 2-0. Count stands 2-1 after that last pitch called a strike. A little controversial, it sounds like, to the crowd. Some people thought it maybe looked like a ball. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it. It was a little close. Doesn't matter. Matt Schmidt's gonna get the first off a walk. Regardless.
16, Samantha Fuller.
Now base runner, I believe that's the first for the Falcons here, and we'll see if they can work with that.
Still without a hit, but they do get somebody on base from the walk. Number 16, Samantha Fuller. Now up to the plate, her first plate appearance. Plays first base in the field. That pitch a little high. You have to think Western probably expected a steal there. Just try to get the ball in and ready for throw. Swing and a miss for strike 2 will even out the count. Fuller fouls that one off to stay alive. We'll see another pitch with a 2-2 count. Swung on, put in play. Ever so close, they will call it foul. It was right on the line. I was kind of waiting for the call there, but let it go for a while. I thought it was just actually going to be in play.
You know what, I like that, though. You make sure you get the right call there, and that's twice now the Falcons have had one like that. Both would have been base hits if they were about an inch further to the right.
Count moves to full as that one is low, almost in the dirt. Swung on, and diving catch of Jolie Westrom. Throw is missed, but they can recover in time. No, they won't. So a crazy play from Jolie Westrom, diving catch.
By the pitcher.
You know, and that's the runner might advance off of a throwing error, but you'll take that any day of the week. Your pitcher just had a highlight reel. You know, I'm expecting to hear the SportsCenter Top 10 music kick in right about now after that one, and it gives you a little momentum. The out's worth giving up that second base as well.
So Aubrey Schmidt gets a second off a errant throw. Almost, you just forget the error after that diving play.
Yeah, again, that's what I'm willing to overlook. I'll give you you're on the ground throwing. It's an awkward motion. You've just made a heck of a play to get the second out of the inning. Now you can just focus on the batter. You know, you're not that worried. I'm not going to say you're not worried at all about the runner, but it takes a little pressure off with 2 outs.
2 outs for the Falcons. Emma Caulfield now up to the plate. And, you know, like you said, you live with a runner on second. You haven't been giving up very much hits. Actually, you haven't given up a single hit, just that lone walk. So take your chances, even though you don't have 2 force outs. First pitch swung on, fouled off. It might even get to that second field. Not quite. Strike 1 regardless. Jolie Westrom, I don't believe she pitched a single inning last year as the Raiders lost their senior pitcher. That's done a fantastic job, and as I say that, Maya Aiken made a spectacular grab to end the inning. L6. So 1 walk, no hits, 4 batters up, 3 outs down, and that's the end of the second. We'll step aside and be back in a moment. 5-star streaming on YouTube.
The Gayville-Volin Raiders are having a heyday on the field this year. That's why Freeburg Hay Company is proud to be a supporter on and off the field. After all, Gayville is the hay capital of the world. Whether you need alfalfa or mixed grass hay, call Freeburg Hay at 605-267-4426 for all your hay needs. From the Freeburg Hay family, good luck and go Raiders. That's Freeburg Hay, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports and academics.
Back for the top of the third. We're still square, 0 apiece. Raiders have had a little more luck with the bats, but other than a couple of hits, really nothing for either team. Up to bat.
And you look at the Falcons there. I mean, 2 highlight plays for the Gayville-Volin Raiders defense. It's not like they haven't had deserving at bats, just better defense by the Raiders.
Mackenzie Logan up to bat in the 9-hole of this lineup. She's the DP filling in for Olivia Brown, who's in the field at second. First pitch goes by for strike 1. That one a little high, is able to check off.
She wanted that one, though. You could tell she started that swing and held off just in time. Right call by her.
Looks to be fouled off regardless, just off the end of the bat. Through the glove of Avuska behind the plate. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2, and if Logan can get on base, that's going to be huge for the Raiders. They get back to the top of their lineup, and you know, Zach, we've kind of talked about the first 4 batters in this lineup, maybe way too much. Viewers are probably sick of it, but you almost can't stress it enough how important these first 4 girls in this lineup is for the Raiders.
And, you know, maybe reason being, if you're hitting over 500 with multiple home runs on the season, you're probably going to get talked about a little.
Makes a little bit of sense. Count moves to full, 3-2 for Mackenzie Logan. We'll get the go-ahead. Swung on, fouled off. She'll stay alive.
Now you got to start thinking as a pitcher, it's 3-2, but she was behind that one. Now it's kind of that mental game of, do I try and zip one by, or do I throw an off speed to totally get her off her heels?
Logan's froze as she strikes out looking. First out
up the pitcher. Number 32,
for the Raiders. We'll reset
Westrom.
top of the lineup. Jolie Westrom flew out. to center field off, I believe, the second pitch of the game. See if she can find a gap. That pitch a little high. Westrom thought about swinging on it.
And Jolie Westrom's such a crucial part of this team. And the best part for Gayville-Volin, she's only a junior. She should be expected to come back here next year.
Swung on right up the mound, is able to pick up the first base hit as that one rolls into the outfield. Jolie Westrom will lead things off with a single.
Center field brings up the center fielder, number 11, Paisley Dimmer.
Westrom on first, so Dimmer now up to bat. Dimmer did come away with the first hit of the game, a single, back in the first. This time she has a chance to maybe drive one deep and walk away with an RBI. First pitch popped up, likely be caught. Yes, it is, number 16.
And you know, I didn't hear the call, but that should have been an infield fly, whether it was caught or not. I didn't hear it called, though, so you never know. If it's not called, you just play with it.
Yeah,
caught either way. They would just cut out the the confusion, though.
Yeah, I know the less confusion, the better, because then I don't have to think about it either. Maya Aiken now at the plate. Flew out her first at-bat. Jolie Westrom sliding errant throw as she slides into second. She'll pick up third. 2 stolen bases for Jolie Westrom, and just aggressive base running pays off.
Yeah, a perfect example of it's benefited a lot more than it has hurt the team. And right now you've got a runner on third with one of your top hitters on the team at the plate. This is when you've just got to trust your players. You've got them there. Let's score them here.
Swung on, drove out to left center. Is it going to find the alley? Center fielder's tracking it. Babuska. She does. So Kaylee Babuska walks away with the catch to hold the Raiders once more.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error on 13
1 hit.
pitches.
1 error on 13 pitches. That's going to be the top of the inning. We'll be back. 5-star streaming on YouTube.
Gayville, South Dakota, the hay capital of the world, is bringing back Hay Days on July 11th. Mark your calendars for a day of fun and adventure for everyone in Gayville, including kids events, vendors, favorite beverages, and live music at 8 o'clock by the Nolan Clark Band. For more information, check out their Facebook page at Gayville Hay Days. Gayville, the hay capital of the world, is bringing back Hay Days on July 11th. Mark your calendars. Gayville Hay Days is coming back.
Back for the bottom of the third. Falcons only have 1 hit so far in the game. Excuse me, no. Check that. They only have 1 person on base, and that's a walk. Aubrey Schmidt. Last inning. Still looking for their first hit. Up to bat is going to be number 5, Elena Clawfield. Callie Hansen, and then back to the top of the lineup in Ashlyn Babuska.
Leading off for the
Right now, it just feels like this game is ready for a run. And as I said, I've only seen in the games I've been a part of 6 total runs in 2 games. And, well, now here we are, 2.5 innings, no runs. It just feels like one of these teams is due up for a run.
You know, Zach, if things keep up this trend, I might not ask you to come back.
Well, as long as your team gets the 2 runs, right?
No kidding. First pitch goes for a strike for Caulfield. Swung on, but fouled off. Strike 2.
Hey, props over there to Coach Ryder. Who needs a glove?
Stick him in the field.
That's exactly what I was talking about. You stick with your palm up, top of the hand to the ground. Perfect form by Coach Ryder there.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jolie Westrom, her second strikeout of the game. Comes here in the third.
Number 26, Callie Hansen.
In the 9 hole is number 9, Callie Hansen. Plays number 9 in the field. First pitch popped up. Haley Adams tracking it, will make the grab. Second out of the inning.
That one was sky high. Those can get tough. The sun is shining too. You know, especially over at first base. You got to wonder if that played any factor. She brought it in anyways, though.
Raiders 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup. Ashlyn Babuska flew out first time around. Ground ball hit to Aiken. Should be a routine 6-3. Yes, it is. 3 up, 3 down once more. Raiders keep things square. 0-0 after 3. We'll step aside. Be back after the break.
I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westie's Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westie's Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westie's Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports. Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
Top of the 4th, all knotted at 0. Kendra Beck up to bat. Third base in the field. Her second plate appearance flew out to second back in the first. Swings on that one, a little blooper into left field, and Kendra Beck comes away with the first hit of the inning. Errant throw, I looked down to write it down, Zach. I completely missed it, so an errant throw will allow Kendra Beck to get to second.
Yep, so the single hit and then an error on the throw, and she'll take second. And now you're sitting pretty if you're Gayville-Volin.
The batter being on second. Now up, first baseman, number 8.
And those small errors can be the difference between a win and a loss here when you're at the state tournament.
Haley Adams at the plate, swings on that first pitch, fouled off for strike 1. So Beck's in scoring position. Adams can drive one out into the outfield. Gayville-Volin possibly can break the tie. Little ground ball to third base, throw in time. Beck will advance.
I want to tell you, Beck very well could have found herself in a pickle. The runner was not checked there. She was an awful long ways from second base, and almost got to wonder if that could have been trouble, but this worked out great for Gayville-Volin.
Yes, it did. Eliza Westrom now at the plate. Had a single back in the second, but was caught stealing. She just needs to put this one in play. And she does. Another grounder, this time shortstop. Throw not in time. Eliza Westrom picks up the single, RBI single.
Runner is safe at first, brings up the catcher, number 19, Kaden Bai.
And right now, that is the biggest at-bat of the game. You get a run to come across, and the first lead we've seen all game.
The first run comes in the top of the 4th. Kaden Bai now at the plate. She also had a single back in the second. That first pitch is ruled a strike. That one crushed out into left center. Babushka tracking it, makes the grab. Will be out number 2 of the inning.
Out to the center
And I don't know
fielder.
if you could hear
Brings
Coach
up the right
Selchert
fielder,
on
number
third
4,
yelling halfway
Hansen.
because last time it came to bite him on that. I just don't know if you heard that or not.
You know,
He's making sure his team knows.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, Zach, but no, I don't blame him. You're not making the same mistake twice. Miley Hansen swings on that first one, and nice grab from Emma Caulfield.
Nice catch by
She's
the
had her hand in
second
the pot
baseman.
on a couple of plays so far in this one. It comes away. So the Raiders pick up 1 run off of 2 hits. And that's the top of the 4th. We'll be back in 30.
I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westie's Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westie's Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westie's Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports.
This season, swing for the fences with Petrick Hog Farms, proud supporters of the Gayville-Volin girls softball team. At Petrick Farms, they know that teamwork, dedication, and a whole lot of heart are what make champions on the field and on the farm. Committed to raising quality pork and growing strong communities one game at a time. So whether you're stealing second base, sliding into home, or grilling after the game, make it Petrick Hog Farms, a proud supporter of Gayville-Volin academics and sports.
Bottom of the 4th, the Raiders have the 1-0 lead over the Florence Henry Falcons.
For the Falcons, the pitcher.
It just felt like
15,
somebody was going to break
Elizabeth
through
Ryder.
soon, and the Raiders did. A quick bunt attempt from number 15, Elizabeth Ryder. But an even better throw from Jolie Westrom, a reach from Haley Adams to pick up that first out.
That stretch is what I wanted to point out. Haley Adams went as far as she could there and somehow kept a foot on the bag. She's had a great day in the field so far at first.
First pitch swung on once more, out to left field. Liza Westrom with the catch, and Kaylee Babushka goes down for her second at-bat attempt.
Fly out to left brings up the right fielder, number 9, Taylor Babushka.
Number 9, Taylor Babushka. Now at the plate, 2 down. Westrom trying to retire the side in order.
So was that the 3rd or 4th pitch we've seen now in this inning? I can't think. It's a pretty quick inning.
This will be the 4th.
That's the 4th. Okay, so 2 pitches, 2 outs. That is such a momentum builder if you're Gayville-Volin. If you get this 3rd here, you go up to the plate, so you've got all the momentum.
You know, Zach, that was a cool stat to point out, but I think you just jinxed it. I don't know if I want to hear any more cool stats. Count stands 2-1, now 2-2 as that one's fouled off into the cage. Westrom 2 strikeouts in the game so far. Looking for her 3rd. Won't get it as that one's blooped up into right field. Miley Hansen will field that one just way too far. That one was put in the perfect spot. And Taylor Babushka, that's the first hit for the Falcons as it comes to the 4th.
Baseman, number 10, Aubrey Schmidt.
Aubrey Schmidt, the only other Falcon to get on base, and she did so with a walk.
Not really sure, I guess, what the chat here is.
Oh, head coach Robert Ryder wanted to talk something over. Maybe.
Was there an argument that she turned the wrong way?
Maybe just a little clarification. I missed it as well, Zach. So 2 outs. Runner on first is Taylor Babushka. First pitch will be a strike. zone 2-1. Well, maybe we just need to get to the fourth, Zach, where the run started flying. Foul tip, strike 2. Schmidt could get on the bases. It would be huge for the Falcons. Ride a little momentum. This one fouled off by making a play on it. She doesn't get it. In her glove, and it just slips out the bottom.
And I'll tell you what, that is honestly, as a catcher, that is the worst play. Just, it's straight up in the air. It's so hard to tell where it's at. I can't tell you how many of those I didn't end up coming down with. Those are so hard.
You got to throw your mask off, then somehow track the ball as it comes off a bat in a direction you have no clue. I almost have to agree with you, Zach. Count moves to full. Aubrey Schmidt, she did walk away with a ball. With a walk back in the second. Is she going to go 2 for 2? No, she's not. That one fouled off. Or at least not yet. Another pitch fouled off, and Aubrey Schmidt is making this one long at bat. And as we near 10+ pitches, this one finally put into play, reaches the outfield. Bravuska going 3 is going to get there in time. And Taylor Bravuska picks up 2 bases. Aubrey Schmidt
brings up number 16
with a double.
Fuller.
Put the Falcons in a wonderful spot to maybe tie or even take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th.
And you knew at some point the levee had to break with the bats. You know, it's going to be a while. You're making contact in every at bat. At some point, some of them have to become base hits. And right now, for Florence Henry, we'll see if they can capitalize, because a couple of base hits here. This has been their best inning at the plate yet, and only trailing 1. They're very much in it.
Number 16, Samantha Fuller now at the plate. First pitch popped up. It's going straight to Kendra Beck at third. Catch is made. So 2 hits, 2 runners left on the base. But the Raiders come away unscathed. They keep the lead 1-0. We'll be back after this.
Ready to lock and load with the best in the business? Welcome to Raider Firearms, your ultimate destination for all things with firepower. Whether you're a seasoned hunter, a tactical enthusiast, or just looking to own your first firearm, Raider Firearms has you covered. Visit them today at Raider Firearms, where safety, quality, and customer service satisfaction are their top priority. Proud to sponsor the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all endeavors of academics and sports. Raider Firearms in Gayville, where gun safety comes first.
Of the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
Before or after the game, stop at the Haitian for the best burger, sandwiches, wraps, and appetizers in the area. Don't forget about the daily lunch specials. Like them on Facebook for more details and for more information on upcoming events. The Haitian is a proud sponsor of the Gayville-Volin academic and sports programs. Wishing the Raiders good luck on tonight's game. The Haitian and Gayville, good friends, good food, and good times. Go Raiders!
Top of the 5th, Mackenzie Logan now at the plate for her second plate appearance. She actually started off the 3rd inning as a leadoff hitter as well. Take that first pitch for a ball 1. Inside contact made, but fouled off. It evens out.
And you look at the 9th hitter, you know, a lot of people don't necessarily want to be in it, but it's actually one of the more important batters in your lineup, because you try to pair it up with the top of your lineup, and if you can get a runner on, no outs, and the top of your lineup at the plate, you're looking good.
This one, contact made, out to Caulfield at short. Throw won't be made. And Mackenzie Logan will walk away with a hit. It's going to go down as an E5.
Number 32, the pitcher.
Well, you have a
Jolie
runner on here to
Westrum.
start the 5th. Now you're at the top of your lineup. Jolie Westrum, a single back in the 3rd as she's 1 for 2 on the day. Looks like we might have a pinch runner.
And Olivia Brown is in the game, and as you said, she's playing the field but not hitting, but now she's going to get some action running the bases here. But yeah, Gayville-Volin's in the exact situation that they want to be in, and because of that, that's why you see a timeout on the field from Florence Henry.
Talk things over, calm down. You know, there wasn't very many hits in the first 3 innings, but now it kind of seems like things are opening up. You open the game with the point of saying, first couple innings, you feel out the pitcher, you kind of get your timings down, and now it really feels like everybody has kind of figured each other out.
And it certainly does. You know, like I said, the ball's been put in a lot, Gage. I don't think we have more than 3 strikeouts in this game. Only a couple for Gayville-Volin, maybe 1 from Florence Henry. And the ball's been put in play a lot. And we'll see who can put it in the right spots.
You know, yeah, just to add on to that point, the ball has been put in play a lot. Just even better defense. A couple of diving plays. Jolie Westrum pulls back the bunt. Ball 1, now an errant throw. Olivia Brown gonna go 2. That throw a little long. So Brown's in there in time.
And that's a great example of some people are like, might wonder why fake a bunt or something. Sometimes it just throws the defense off, and that's a perfect example, and it just led to a free base.
Jolie Westrum does come away with a lot of bunts. She'll likely go for it again, as Westrum tries to push Brown to the 3rd base. Count stands 1-0. Runner now in scoring position, Olivia Brown on 2nd. Westrum shows bunt again, right back to Ryder at the mound. Throw will be in time, so Jolie Westrum down off a 1-3
Brings up the center
throw. Olivia Brown will advance to 3rd.
Now you've got your 2, 3, 4 hitters, 1 out, a runner on 3rd. You can't ask for many better situations, and doing a job, that sacrifice bunt.
Little small ball from Jason Selshert. Wild throw. No, it feels like if it was anyone else, Selshert would have sent him.
And, you know, probably good they held off since it bounced right off of the backstop, right back to the catcher. Could have been dangerous. And, you know, he trusts his hitters that are here. And that's kind of why I feel like maybe he didn't send them. He feels confident one of them will bring her home.
Demmer crushes that one into center field, just in between the outfield and infield. Perfect. Couldn't even draw it up better than that. Olivia Brown will reach home, and Paisley Dimmer, RBI single. Maya Aiken now in the box for her 3rd plate appearance, has flown out both her at-bats and now make that 3, as that one was going to be foul. But Aubrey Schmidt tracks it down.
Brings up the 3rd baseman, number 22.
2nd out of the inning.
Kendra Beck.
Kendra Beck, single back in the 4th. Was able to advance off an error. Did eventually make it home for the run. First pitch inside, ball 1. Swung on, fouled off just under that one. almost a wild pitch. Ashlyn Babuska saved the potential couple extra bases.
Nice scoop there, and yeah, showed exactly what you can do. Keep the runner put.
That one in play, right back to Ryder out of the mound. It will be the third out of the inning. Elizabeth Ryder doing the pitching and fielding as she has her hand in two of them plays and 2 outs. The Raiders score one more, extend the lead to 2 as we're halfway through the 5th. Stay tuned for more.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue. Wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Farmers know safety is more than a precaution, it's a way of life. Farm equipment today is bigger than ever, and the increased height could lead to more contacts with power lines. Your response could mean life or death. Do you know how to stay alive? Find out at poweringyoursafety.com. Know what to do, know where to call, know how to stay alive. Be aware of what is overhead and learn what to do if you hit a power line at poweringyoursafety.com. Brought to you by Clay Union Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Bottom of the 5th, Falcons trail by 1. Up to bat. It's going to be number 20. Emma Caulfield. First, second at-bat of the game. It lined out to Aiken as Aiken made an incredible catch. This time, pops it up. Miley Hansen's there to make the grab, and first out of the inning.
Catch by the right fielder brings up the shortstop, number 5, Elena Caulfield.
Elena Caulfield in that 8th spot. Struck out. You know, Zach, I don't know if she struck out looking or swinging. Just a little late on it. Got halfway through.
I would say looking personally, I think the check swing was after it had already kind of, and I think it was more of a, oh, I should have swung at that one. So I would say a backwards K in the scorebook.
No one's counting, though.
Counting the strikeouts, not if it was looking or swinging, huh?
Count stands 1-1, 1 out for the Falcons. Falcons looking to play pace with the Raiders. Haven't been able to score, but they're awfully close a few times. The ground ball hit to Aiken and a routine throw. 6-3 for the second out of the inning.
And Maya Aiken has had a nice day at shortstop where the bat might not be rolling as she's used to. She's certainly made an impact in this game one way or another.
Yeah, a couple jumping catches.
Number 26.
That, you know, most people, I mean, me and you probably couldn't snag them.
No, my jumping for catching days are a little behind me.
I just can't jump very high. Callie Hansen now at the plate, swinging a miss for strike 1. Falcons only 2 hits so far. Looking for number 3, doesn't get it as it bloops out to Haley Adams at first, and an unassisted out for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Falcons, and the Raiders keep the 2-0 lead.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Hi, this is Brandy from Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse. You hear the whistle blowing down the tracks. You see the sun setting over the Jim River, and you know that you're getting close. For over 35 years, Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse has been the place folks gather for ice-cold drinks, hand-cut prime and steaks, stacked high burgers, and stories that last longer than the train rolling through town. Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse, right by the railroad tracks, right along the river, and right where you belong.
Back a little late here for the bottom of the fifth. Top of the sixth. Haley Adams up at the plate, finds herself ahead in the count 2-0. You guys only missed one ball. In zone, swing and a miss for strike one. Haley Adams got on base back in the second off an error, was eventually tagged out after a little errant base running. Fouled off, strike two, count evens out.
I could tell you the difference in that first swing and the second swing. When there's no strikes, I don't mind an all-out, I'm trying to absolutely destroy the ball. And that's what we saw from her. Now we see she's choked up on that bat, maybe a little quicker of a swing and maybe not quite the full power, but now 2 strikes, you certainly just want to make contact.
Puts this one in play, right back up the middle, a little kick off the second base. Haley Adams gets it down for a base hit.
Base hit into center. Brings up the left fielder, number 3, Eliza Westrom.
So Eliza Westrom 2 for 2 on the day. Hasn't been able to make it past first. She did get caught stealing back in the second. And Avery Webbin looks like she'll check in as a pinch runner for Haley Adams. As we have a quick little substitution, I'm making the changes. The PA announcer and the coaches.
And by the way, the winner of this game will take on tomorrow the number 2 seeded McCook Central Montrose team, who only 2 losses on the season, and whoever falls in this one will take on Redfield tomorrow.
Swing and a miss, strike one. And Zach, if I'm not mistaken, Gayville-Volin was supposed to play McCook Central Montrose in the regular season. Unfortunately, weather stopped that from happening. It would have been nice to know if they played each other during the regular season. A little taste at each other's power.
And just a good game, They end up being the 2 and 6 seed in all of Class B, 2 very good teams. It's always fun. And McCook Central Montrose, they just actually won their game by mercy rule. I believe it was 13-0 your final score. So they're humming right now. And if there's a team who can maybe put up runs with them, Gayville-Volin.
2-2 count as that one hits the dirt. Avery Webbin on first. Eliza Westrom has a perfect streak to keep up. She tries to go 3 for 3. Swung on, fouled off. She'll stay alive.
And if you look at the defensive numbers, they fit the teams a little bit more, as both teams gave up about 4.5 runs per game in this one. But offensively, neither team anywhere near their normal.
Swing on and a miss for strike 3. Eliza Westrom goes down swinging. First out of the inning and second strikeout from Elizabeth Ryder.
Caden By.
Caden By now at the plate. A single back in the second, flew out in the fourth. Next on that first pitch, but fouled off. As Zach, the Raiders average about 13 runs a game. They only give up 4.5. A little behind their usual pace.
Yeah, their average game is a win of nearly 9 runs. And that includes the losses in that average. So they've won a lot of games this season essentially by 10 runs. They're not unused to a mercy rule win.
Second straight pitch fouled off for Caden By. Down on the count 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Elizabeth Ryder, back-to-back Ks.
You know, some pitchers get better as the game go on. Some just come out of the gates, and right now Ryder seems to have found her stride.
Right fielder, number 4, Miley Hansen.
They just find themselves in a little hole now. They had a runner on with no outs. Now they have a runner on with 2. Miley Hansen at the plate, still looking for her first base hit. Next on that one, just fouled off behind the cage. Swing and miss, strike 2.
Ryder's got it going right now, man.
Sometimes you just find your groove, and she's found it.
Now she's going to have to hope her team can do the same thing at the plates.
I don't think in the last 6 pitches we've seen a ball, Zach. All of them have been fouled off for straight up strikes.
Yeah, that really just pushed all the pressure on the hitter. It's, you know what, I'm going to throw you strikes. What can you do with it?
That will be strike 3, so 3 Ks in a row. 2 of them swinging, and that one, Miley Hansen got froze. Elizabeth Ryder has found her stride here in the top of the 6th. We'll step aside and see what the Falcons can do.
The Gayville-Volin Raiders are having a heyday on the field this year. That's why Freeburg Hay Company is proud to be a supporter on and off the field. After all, Gayville is the hay capital of the world. Whether you need alfalfa or mixed grass hay, call Freeburg Hay at 605-267-4426 for all your hay needs. From the Freeburg Hay family, good luck and go Raiders. That's Freeburg Hay, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports and academics.
Gayville, South Dakota, the hay capital of the world, is bringing back Hay Days on July 11th. Mark your calendars for a day of fun and adventure for everyone in Gayville, including kids events, vendors, favorite beverages, and live music at 8 o'clock by the Nolan Clark Band. For more information, check out their Facebook page at Gayville Hay Days. Gayville, the hay capital of the world, is bringing back Hay Days on July 11th. Mark your calendars. Gayville Hay Days is coming back.
Back just in time, bottom of the 6th. The Falcons still down 2. As Ashlyn Ravuska, her 3rd plate appearance comes here in the 6th. She's without a hit in the 1 spot to fly out back in the 1st and ground it out in the 3rd. Swung on, popped up. Is he going to get down? No, it's not. Liza Westrom tracks it, makes the grab. First out of the inning.
For the out. Brings up the pitcher, number 15, Elizabeth Ryder.
Elizabeth Ryder now at the plate. She's found her groove on the mound. See if that translates into the batter's box. First pitch, ball 1 from Jolie Westrom.
Right now, looking at Florence Henry, they've essentially got 5 outs remainder of the game to try and get at least 2 runs here.
That one does stay fair, but the throw's in time from Kendra Beck.
Out at first.
5-3 for the second out of an inning. And no, Zach, that was a slow ground ball down third base line. That was almost perfect. Just another even better defensive play.
Laser beam throw, you know, that one had to be zipped in there. Sometimes you can take your time, sometimes you got to move. And she had to move there, and what a play.
First pitch swung on, popped up. Now to Paisley Demmer, makes a grab. So 1, 2, 3, 2 flyouts and a ground out. This defense from the Raiders is really smothering.
No runs, no hits, no errors on 6.
I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westies Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westies Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westies Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports. Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermilion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
First pitch called strike for the Raiders, top of the 7th. At the plate is Olivia Brown as she replaces Mackenzie Logan here in the 9th spot. Brown hasn't been batting as good as Logan, under 200 on the year, but she hasn't really played too much. She's filling in for the injured Kaylee Webbin.
And we did see her get to run a little bit, and Salchert must have been like, you know what, hey, you do the running, we'll give you an at-bat too.
That pitch nabs his own, strike 2, so Brown finds herself down on the count 1-2. Now I should mention, thankful to all her sponsors. Supported the Gayville-Volin Raiders all year and here at the state tournament. Raider Firearms, Clay Union Electric, The Hay Shed, Freeburg Hay, Gayville Hay Days Committee, Fleegs Riverside Roadhouse, Westies Electric, Petrick Farms, Flatlanders, Valley Egg Supply, Jaeger Diesel. Wouldn't be here without them, Zach, and I'm glad we are, and I'm thankful for the sponsors and their continued support.
Absolutely. It's always good to be here to the state softball tournament. It's busy, I'll get out, but it's always a great time.
So Olivia Brown just trying to stay alive, down on the count 1-2. Swung on, fouled off right into the ump's face. Man of steel, he didn't even flinch.
They got a mask for a reason, right?
Yeah, you would see me curled up in a ball after taking foul ball to the face. This one swung on, popped up, and Brown stays alive once again. We got to be nearing that 8-pitch mark, 9th pitch. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you seen double digits here.
And you know, that's all you can do as a batter. 2 strikes, you got to protect the plate, whether it's a pitch you really like or not. If it's close, you're swinging, and right now that's what she's done. And for her, it's worked off as she's just forcing her to continue throwing strikes, and that's a direct result, it feels like, because of those foul balls.
Count evens up 2 apiece. Brown trying to survive.
Yet again, another foul ball. I think we've seen about 10 pitches in this at-bat, and the count's at 2-2. So Ryder, who was just able to zip it by the last 3 batters, struggling here against Brown. I shouldn't say struggling. She keeps throwing strikes, but Brown is not making life easy for her.
You know, Selcher must know what he's doing, being the head coach, switching out batters, because Brown's put up one heck of a fight.
You know, we saw one earlier in the game, and I don't remember if it was Kendra or who it was. It was fought back into it with 2 strikes, and it ended up being a 3-2 count. And then we saw that grounder between third and shortstop, and I called it about the perfect at bat. We'll see if we can get another one here.
Pitch low, count now full. As Brown had the count wrong in her head.
She's thinking, all right, first base, here I come.
Sick of this swinging.
It doesn't hurt to try, right?
This one put in play. She's going to pick up a base hit. Big play from Emma Caulfield to make the stop. That could have been more than one.
Base hit brings up the
Yeah, Caulfield at second. That is a great stop right there. But, you know, I just said, you know, you work back to a 3-2 count, you get a base hit. That was a perfect at-bat from Olivia Brown, someone who doesn't have all that many at-bats and experience maybe throughout the season, but you can't ask for a better at-bat from her.
Looked like a vet there. Now top of the lineup is Jolie Westrom, as that first bunt attempt is going to be ruled foul. You've seen her lay down a sac bunt back in the 5th inning, Zach, and I said she likes to bunt a lot. I bet we'll see another attempt here.
And she's got the speed to run it out at times, so if it's the right bunt, she gets a hit out of it.
Down the third base line, it's going to go foul once more. So 0-2 count for Jolie Westrom.
That'll put a little pressure on you.
Won't be able to bunt again. She'll have the green light to swing away, and swing away she will. Swing and miss, strike 3. So Ryder picks up her 5th K of the game
brings up the center fielder,
and the first
number
out
11,
of the inning.
Paisley Dimmer.
Paisley Dimmer now in the batter's box. Played pretty well so far. 2 singles and a fly out, but even better work in the field.
Yeah, and 2 for 3 at the plate. I mean, that's certainly a good game here at the state tournament when you're playing against some of the top defenses, some of the top pitchers in the entire class.
This one putting a play, another blooper into the outfield, and Brown's going to advance to second. Another single, Paisley Dimmer.
Runners on first and second. Brings up the shortstop, number 14.
Likely going to end her day 3 for 4 batting with an RBI. Pretty good if you ask me.
And in a game where there's not been a ton of hits or runs, I mean, yeah, 3 base hits out of one of your hitters, you'll take that any day of the week.
So Coach Robert Ryder is going to talk things over here in the top of the 7th. We'll step aside and be back after this message.
Ready to lock and load with the best in the business? Welcome to Raider Firearms, your ultimate destination for all things with firepower. Whether you're a seasoned hunter, a tactical enthusiast, or just looking to own your first firearm, Raider Firearms has you covered. Visit them today at Raider Firearms, where safety, quality, and customer service satisfaction are their top priority. Proud to sponsor the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all endeavors of academics and sports. Raider Firearms in Gayville, where gun safety comes first.
Back from the timeout, nothing's going to change. Just a little pep talk from Robert Ryder. His team down 2. 1 out for the Raiders. 2 runners on. Maya Aiken now at the plate for her 4th plate appearance. Hasn't picked up a hit yet. 3 straight flyouts. She has a chance here in the top of the 7th to really seal this game away. Popped up, looks to be foul. Doesn't matter as it's caught by Aubrey Schmidt.
Caught by the third baseman for the out. Brings up the third baseman, number 22.
Well, we'll see. You know, Gayville-Volin had a nice start to this inning, and up 2, I mean, you're certainly feeling good, but heading into that 7th inning, 2 runs is not enough to make you very comfortable. They'd love to have some more here, but we could have some late game drama.
Kendra Beck now at the plate, swings on that first one, gets out to the outfield. Olivia Brown looks like she's going to go home with no resistance. So an RBI double for Kendra Beck, and
scores 1.
if the Raiders just ride out some momentum here, they'll likely have this all sealed up.
Brings up number 8, Haley Adams.
So Runners on second and third. It's Paisley Dimmer on third, Kendra Beck on second. Adams now at the plate. First pitch popped up, caught by Emma Caulfield. The third out of the inning. So two runners left on, but the Raiders do walk away with a run to extend the lead to 3. See if the Falcons can finally get something rolling in a moment.
I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westies Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westies Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westies Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports.
This season, swing for the fences with Petrick Hog Farms, proud supporters of the Gayville-Volin girls softball team. At Petrick Farms, they know that teamwork, dedication, and a whole lot of heart are what make champions on the field and on the farm. Committed to raising quality pork and growing strong communities one game at a time. So whether you're stealing second base, sliding into home, or grilling after the game, make it Petrick Hog Farms, a proud supporter of Gayville-Volin academics and sports.
Bottom of the 7th, the Falcons down 3. Swung on the first pitch. It's going to get down for Taylor Valruska. Leads things off with a double. Now, Zach, I wasn't expecting the first pitch to be swung on and hit.
Brings up the third baseman, number 10.
But they did it anyway. The Florence Henry Falcons, a little momentum after that one. Aubrey Schmidt now at the plate. A walk and a double back in the 4th.
If you're the Falcons, I mean, that is the perfect way to start it. Not just a single, you get extra bases and a runner in scoring position with no outs. And, of course, you need 3, but it's a start.
Well, back in that Avon Hansen game, Avon had a 5-run lead until the bottom of the 7th, where Hansen came back and stole it. Hopefully we don't see the same thing here.
And that would certainly be a turn of events, as it's felt like Gayville-Volin's maybe controlled the game for most of the part.
So put in play, caught by Haley Adams for the first out of the inning.
You keeping a tally of how many outs she's got over there at first?
Too many to count. I ran out of fingers.
Brings up first baseman, number 16, Samantha Fuller.
Samantha Fuller. Get one last crack at it. She enters the batter's box for her third plate appearance. Hasn't been able to get on the bases yet. They'll need her to here. She puts that in play out to Aiken. Quick throw. Haley Adams for the 6-3 out. And now the Raiders are one away.
That was perfectly executed by Maya Aiken. She fielded it, recognized the runner wasn't that close to first, checks the runner, almost goes for the tag, decides she's close enough to second, she's no threat to take off for third, and more likely than not, we're going to have 2 outs. It's not worth the risk. I'm going to send it to first.
She does in time. Second out of the inning. Raiders, I already said this, 1 out away. Selshirt's going to want to talk this over. Get everything sorted out. Make sure his team doesn't have a last-second crumble.
A victory here puts you in the state semifinals, and of course in that game, if you win, you are right back into the state championship game where Gayville-Volin found themselves in last season. And unfortunately, just couldn't quite overcome the Dual Cardinals, who just had a stud in the circle who shut them down for the most part, and they've been thinking about it since.
Billy Westrom puts that one in the zone, fouled off by Emma Caulfield. And now Emma Caulfield's been a name to remember for this game. She's made a ton of plays in the field at second base. Need to get it done here on the bases. Inside, good eye from Caulfield. Three-one count for Emma Caulfield. One more and she'll walk. puts in play. Brown makes an error. Looks like the Falcons are going to score one. And they do.
Scores one.
Well, here's the thing, Gage. Once you get that run with another runner on, it takes one swing to tie it back up.
Evan Caulfield gets on first, off an error. And as Elena Caulfield now steps into the box, she is the tying run. Falcons don't have any room to screw up.
And I believe that's the Raiders' first error in the field. I mean, talk about an excellent performance in the field, and we'll see if they can just regather after that one.
Played a perfect game so far till that point. That pitch fouled off, strike one. This one popped up. It should be an easy one. Olivia Brown, a little redemption. She gets it. And that will be the game. Gayville-Volin sneaks this one out 3-1. Technically an offset as the 6 seed over the 3. We'll step aside, tally up some stats, and when we come back,
Raiders 3.
we'll wrap things up.
Falcons 0.
Ready to lock and load with the best in the business? Welcome to Raider Firearms, your ultimate destination for all things with firepower. Whether you're a seasoned hunter, a tactical enthusiast, or just looking to own your first firearm, Raider Firearms has you covered. Visit them today at Raider Firearms, where safety, quality, and customer service satisfaction are their top priority. Proud to sponsor the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all endeavors of academics and sports. Raider Firearms in Gayville, where gun safety comes first.
Before or after the game, stop at the Haitian for the best burger, sandwiches, wraps, and appetizers in the area. Don't forget about the daily lunch specials. Like them on Facebook for more details and for more information on upcoming events. The Haitian is a proud sponsor of the Gayville-Volin academic and sports programs. Wishing the Raiders good luck on tonight's game. The Haitian and Gayville, good friends, good food, and good times. Go Raiders!
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue. Wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Farmers know safety is more than a precaution, it's a way of life. Farm equipment today is bigger than ever, and the increased height could lead to more contacts with power lines. Your response could mean life or death. Do you know how to stay alive? Find out at poweringyoursafety.com. Know what to do, know where to call, know how to stay alive. Be aware of what is overhead and learn what to do if you hit a power line at poweringyoursafety.com. Brought to you by Clay Union Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Hi, this is Brandy from Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse. You hear the whistle blowing down the tracks, you see the sun setting over the Jim River, and you know that you're getting close. For over 35 years, Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse has been the place folks gather for ice-cold drinks, hand-cut prime and steaks, stacked high burgers, and stories that last longer than the train rolling through town. Fleeg's Riverside Roadhouse, right by the railroad tracks, right along the river, and right where you belong.
Raiders round this out 3-1 to pick up the victory over the Florence Henry Falcons. Player of the game and almost as obvious, Jodie Westrom Perfect on the mound, a shutout. Didn't even give up a single hit. I checked that as I look at my stats. She gave up 2 hits. 1 hit was left up to an error, 1 run, which was also an error, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts on the mound for Jolie Westrom. She went all 7. Gave up that run right at the end, but it wasn't even her fault. Just a mistake in the field.
Yeah, if you can go 7 innings pitching in the circle and one run that was unearned, so your ERA for the game is at 0, you've done everything you can, especially at the state tournament. You know, you're playing against what was ranked the number 3 team in the entire state for Class B, and a near flawless game from her pitching today. I mean, you're almost talking close to a perfect game.
Paisley Dimmer on the bats went 3 for 4. All 3 were singles and picked up an RBI as well. And, you know, if it wasn't Westrom on the mound that got player of the game, it was surely Paisley Dimmer. Got things rolling with the bats. Didn't pick up a single run. Got 1 RBI and 3 hits, but can't do much more than that if you're the Raiders. She bats just under 500, I believe. We went over the stats earlier.
That very well could have pushed her over as well.
For the Raiders, Elizabeth Ryder went all 7, gave up 10 hits, 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts, so it wasn't enough to get the victory on the bats. For the Falcons, Taylor Baruska, single back in the 4th, and she got on base. Got that double off the error in the 7th, which kind of sparked a little, hit a double. Didn't get on base from an error, but hit a double in the 7th to spark a little momentum. The Falcons couldn't pull it off, but she did her best. More than you could ask from her in this one. Well, thanks for joining us here for the final game of the day, day 1 of the State Class B Softball Championships. We'll be live tomorrow at 10 o'clock for the game between Marion Freeman Academy and Avon. Gayville-Volin later in the day. We'll step aside for one final break, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up.
The Gayville-Volin Raiders are having a heyday on the field this year. That's why Freeburg Hay Company is proud to be a supporter on and off the field. After all, Gayville is the hay capital of the world. Whether you need alfalfa or mixed grass hay, call Freeburg Hay at 605-267-4426 for all your hay needs. From the Freeburg Hay family, good luck and go Raiders. That's Freeburg Hay, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports and academics.
Gayville, South Dakota, the hay capital of the world, is bringing back Haydays on July 11th. Mark your calendars for a day of fun and adventure for everyone in Gayville, including kids events, vendors, favorite beverages, and live music at 8 o'clock by the Nolan Clark Band. For more information, check out their Facebook page at Gayville Haydays. Gayville, the hay capital of the world, is bringing back Haydays on July 11th. Mark your calendars. Gayville Haydays is coming back. I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westie's Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westie's Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westie's Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports. Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
Raiders win at 3-1. I'm Gage Rowlett alongside me, Zach Spear. Thank you all for joining us here for Game 3 of the day for Class B. Looking ahead, Freeman, the 8-seed Marion Freeman Academy will take on the 5-seed Avon. That game starts at 10 o'clock. We will be live on 5-star streaming for that. Other games in Class B, number 2 seeded McCook Central Montrose will take on number 6 Gayville-Volin Raiders. That game starts at 4, so the very first game and the very last game of the day for Class B. Looking ahead to Class A for other games on 5-star streaming. Number 1 seeded Madison Bulldogs will take on the number 5 seeded Beersford Watchdogs. That game also expected to start at 10 o'clock. The other Class A game, the number 8 Elk Point Jefferson Huskies looking to take on the number 4 seeded West Central Trojans, and that one's slated for 2 o'clock. All those games will be live on 5-star streaming, so tune in then, catch more action live, all the hits, all the action, and hopefully some funny moments from the broadcasters here at the game. Probably not. We're not too funny, Zach, but thank you all for joining us one final time. Any last comments on this game we've seen today?
Great first round of the Class A and B playoffs. It should be interesting how things pan out. We've still got a couple of teams within our coverage area that have chances for a state championship. But, of course, even if you're not fighting for that, you're still fighting to end the season as good as possible. Even if you lost in this round 1, there's going to be some good games in the consolation brackets, both in Class A and B tomorrow. So we should be in for a lot of good games. I mean, every team that's made it here is, obviously they had to win. They had to win the Sodak 16. They had to play well throughout the season. And should be a lot of good softball. And it's been a long day, but glad to be here with the state softball tournament, and look forward to it tomorrow.
One final time, I'm Gage Revelette, alongside me, Zach Spear. Have a good rest of the evening and good night. Tune in tomorrow.